armchair generals generally aren't the kind of people that speedily make decisions. It's not really like in ancient times where you could click a pause button and just, well, yeah, I'm now going to rearrange my army a bit. Yeah. It's got a bit messy. I think I'll rearrange it slightly.
Done.
Okay, well, we're going to lose a bit of money from this, but okay, we'll go down. We're going to start hitting these settlements over here. And just sack them. Sack them.
You could play it like chess and start getting an egg timer per turn.
Ooh.
Oh, God.
Got an egg timer?
That's enough with them.
And then you could turn it into quite a good drinking game, couldn't you?
Well, it's quite a funny thing you say that, because Attila technically did die from drinking a bit too much on a crazy night.
All right, well, we'll send Cam out. We'll get him to go get us a bottle of Jägermeister, and then we'll see what happens, right? His face is like, yeah, actually, that's a really great idea. It's not. It's not a great idea. It's an awful idea.
Oh, great, we are.
Waving of a hand says otherwise.
We're all hungry. All hungry.
Well, I'm hitting them. I'm hitting them now.
All right, it's happening.
Do you want me to fight it? But look at this, though. The odds are completely in my favour.
To be fair, we have got this on easy, right?
Yeah, you have got it on easy, so I'm sure you could end this battle quite quickly. So we might as well show people.
But we'll only get to Constantinople. We'll get there, and then that'll be the big face.
First stop, whatever the name of this town is, which I'm not going to try and pronounce in any way, shape, or form.
Okay, I'm going to shut up.
And then Constantinople.
Yep.
Simon showing off his knowledge there.
Oh, people.
I've got a feeling this settlement's already been sacked.
Yeah, it looks like it has, probably by the Ostrogoths, hasn't it, by the looks of things?
It's literally the most vulnerable settlement in the entire game.
Yeah.
It just goes down straight away.
To be fair, like, I love Twitch, and I tell you why I love Twitch. Because everyone's saying, let's get into a battle. All right. And then as soon as auto-resolve. Just auto-resolve. That's like, no people.
It's like the silent, if it's not going the way they want, they will type. But as soon as it is going the way someone else. Or Twitch chat is a lovely thing.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Hello.
You can't see me, which is a good thing as I insult Twitch.
We're gonna get you on camera in a minute. Don't you worry about it. You can't hide over there forever. You're gonna
most people on Twitch have seen me once or twice already. They're sick of it already. I like the disembodied voice look. It's much better for me. Takes pounds off me so quick.
Okay, here they come. Straight away they're standing out towards me.
Right, this has got to be a cakewalk, right? So
yeah. I think the civilians will kill more of your men than the army, because they know you're leading it and they've already seen you in the field. So
oh, for God's sake!
Attack!
Taken down.
No. So what's the strategy here? What
we'll just draw them out, and then we'll move in on a couple of flanks, and then that should be pretty much all done and dusted then, I think.
Yeah, unfortunately for the defending force, first of all, they're slightly depleted because the settlement has been sacked recently. Also, most of his army is made up of horse archers, and they don't have any ranged units themselves, so they're pretty much just going to get shot at. So they got to come forward, otherwise they just sit there and die. Yeah, but the thing that you see on the battlefield, I mean, if Warrior zooms in every so often, you should see civilians in the fields and in the cities. They'll run away from troops, and they'll also sometimes pluck up the courage and engage.
Bless them. Bless them.
They don't know what's coming.
They don't know what's there outside.
So we've got siege escalation. So the longer you siege a settlement, now this probably isn't such a big concern on some of the minor settlements, but when you've got big settlements like Rome and Constantinople, you're probably not going to be able to take that with just siege artillery alone. You'll probably want to bring ladders, but what you can also do is by sieging the settlement for longer, you'll get different stages of siege escalation. So that'll be city damage, so walls will be crumbly in more areas, the gates might be a little weaker, but also the settlement itself takes damage. So the more damage the settlement takes, the less melee attack, morale, and melee defense they have. So it's a lot easier to attack a settlement if you siege it over a long period of time.
at these hordes of horses.
This is going to be...
Oh, please put your horse archers onto flaming shot and stop burning some buildings for me.
Yeah.
I need to warm my hands on this, this Eastern Roman Empire settlement.
Okie dokie. Let's see what we can do.
There we go.
Let's burn him. Come on, this is Oh, look at that.
Don't forget to spread it out as much as possible.
Yeah, you can set the whole thing on fire. I'd go for it if I were you. So, yeah, also kind of another thing as well is if you've got like raider units in your army, which the Huns get a few of, but normally you'd hire them as mercenaries when you're playing as the Huns. Basically, they're really undisciplined. If you send them into that settlement, they're going to start burning it for you. You don't even need to give them an order. They will just start kind of causing destruction.
We're moving forward now, so we may as well see what they do.
So you're going to have to watch out for the towers as well.
Yeah.
So kind of like it was kind of a big change. The towers are kind of there now as a defensive fortification. When the enemies sally out, it will actually give them the opportunity to deal a lot of kind of passive damage to you through the towers.
When you get further in again,
yeah,
please zoom into the civilians again.
Oh, we'll do. I want to see them fight for their lives.
I want to see how long it takes until they react.
I want to see them fight for their lives. This is their homeland. You know, they're going to do everything they can, I hope.
I don't think they will. They're going to give up.
Oh, well, we'll see. We'll see. Just want to fast forward. Now, there's going to be some enemy left. They're probably going to settle and try and defend the main square here, possibly. I suspect they'll try and do that. So, here they go. They're down here. So they're pulling back, by the looks of things.
They appear to be fleeing from their barricades.
Yeah. Trying to pull towards the...
So if you're playing on a bigger city or a settlement that's been sieged for a long period of time, you'll get barricades. So they, at the moment, only have one barricade because obviously this attack is quite sudden. They haven't had time to prepare. But when it's like a prolonged siege, you'll have multiple barricades to block off certain areas in the streets. And that gives you a chance to, you know, slow that advance, wear people down and make a last stand in most cases and kind of go down as and just, you know, hold off as long as you can.
Here they go. Let's have a quick look here. Now,
they're running. They are actually running now.
They're not gonna. They're gonna go into the houses. They are hiding behind the walls of their houses. Look at that.
Burn their house. Seriously, burn their house.
Well, that's not sinister in any way, shape, or form.
Just burn it. Burn it all.
Yeah, basically they're in the house, so I'd see what happens when you set fire to it.
Yeah, that one.
That one. Well, they will do it themselves, won't they? Because obviously these haven't got flaming shots, so these will try, if they want to try and do it.
If they're raider units, yeah.
Yeah.
Does something special happen? Is that why we should be burning this house?
Well, if the civilians are going down well, I think it will be. We should see a review of them.
Oh, those guys are just...
But yeah, also with the barricades, they're very much for funneling, right? They can be knocked down, like they've got a health bar, and like the more damage you do to it, the more it falls down. But it's just a good way, especially as a defender, just to kind of funnel the AI the route you want them to go down. And you get more barricades the longer you've been under escalation, right? You've had chances to build up your defences while the enemy's been knocking them down.
People in Twitch just very harsh. Very harsh. But everyone's asking to burn everything. Burn it all.
Okay, I think there's only one unit left, actually. I think this is the only unit we've got left, the unit of cohorts that are hiding, or trying to stand strong against the... behind the barricades there.
They just...
Here we go.
Can you zoom in when you...
Yeah,
when
of course, we're going to go down now.
Well, this is going to be wow, this is going to be horrible for them.
Look at that. Flaming shotguns. There we go. All over. Victory.
Instant.
Yeah, with the damage to the settlement and the fire arrows and because you also captured a majority of the settlement, garrison forces do not stay very long if you do that much kind of damage. Plus, you're also fighting against a Christian faction, so you've already got 10 plus minus 10 morale due to Scourge of God.
Yeah.
So that against Christian factions, especially garrison forces, you'll probably do away with them quite quickly. Field armies a little harder because obviously you've got your faction leader or whatever general leading the force. But if that was a settlement which had a governor, he would also be a general unit within the settlement, and they're a lot harder to kill.
Yeah.
Plus the morale for everyone else is much higher.
Look at that. Sacking there. It has been recently sacked. So our plunder isn't as good as...
Raise it.
Raise it.
Raise it. Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Wait, look, you're not going to keep this save anyway, right?
No.
So, you know...
That's the ultimate goal.
Oh, we're nearly there.
Exactly, yeah. We're not too far now. We are not too far.
Not too far, but that is going to be painful. It's going to be wonderful.
Well, there's only one way to find out. We'll move south.
So how many... Hang on, how many are we moving here? We got
3 going down here, but we could possibly pull that left here.
You'll make it. There we go.
Okay. So they can see what is over at Sidika over here. Now these... Oh, it looks like there's Vidigos. Vidigos have taken this settlement. And you can look at the devastation of the land here. Sort of what they've caused there.
So what are we going to do about this? Are we going to...
Well, we're going to essentially see what we may hold off for a second there. We may try and take them on in a minute, actually. That would be quite interesting. But essentially, I'm going to take these 2 main forces south to hit Constantinople. We're going to try and take the city. If we're going to try and win this one, we're going to have to take at least 2 armies down there, I think.
Chances, odds on this?
Virtually 0. But
Virtually 0. Okay, excellent.
The chat wants it.
The chat definitely wants it. But
what
I think they
difficulty did you put it on again? Did you put it on easy?
Yeah.
We've been playing a little bit in the office, and I've been playing it on normal, and I play a lot of Total War, and I had quite a difficult time because it's a completely different mindset to what you're used to.
Yeah.
You got to start small settlement, you grow large empire.
Absolutely.
That's classic Total War. Attila, very much a different kind of play style. You can go big, but it's not always easy. And the Huns, they don't even settle. You're constantly moving. You never... really settle anyway. You're always on the move. You can't take a settlement and stay there. You're always life on the saddle, which is very much the Hunnic way.
This is it, because you say the classic is take a settlement or have a settlement and grow from there. But this is so much different now with Attila. You've got so many different types of ways of winning and playing the campaign now. And the Huns, it's entirely new in that aspect. So yeah, it's quite a unique feel to me as well, in fact, of this. So yeah, it's a kind of shock to a lot of the kind of veterans who have come in from other Total War games, because it plays very differently to what they're probably used to, in a more difficult way with some factions. But you can play like the Sassanids, who are kind of a lot better starting position for most. It's one of our easy ones, and they already have a load of satraps. They have quite a lot of income coming in from that, and they can renew their war with like the Eastern Roman Empire. But they're in a kind of safe start. But in Europe and around the Mediterranean, there's so many factions moving around. Everyone's trying to move south into more fertile land to get away from the winters and other migratory factions. So it's very violent in northern and central Europe. Yeah. While in the Middle East, it's quite peaceful for the Sassanids. So they do quite well.
So I mean, just a really quick question, but obviously, you know, like Rome 2, there were some issues at launch, and obviously you patched a lot of that stuff out. But I mean, you lost some fans along the way. I mean, I guess you're hoping to win them back with this. But I mean, what is it that you exactly? I mean, what are you hoping it is about this game that's going to attract them back? Tough question, I know. Sorry.
No, that's all right.
No.
It's very much more of a. Oh well, I'll answer that question first. Then we'll watch Warrior of Sparta get absolutely smashed.
Yeah.
By the easy campaign.
You want a battle, guys? There you go.
There we go.
This will be a battle, but especially a lot of criticism with Rome 2. It's understandable. Obviously, if you played the game by the last patch, it's a completely different game. There's been a lot of updates and a lot of free LC, which fixed a lot of issues that we did have at launch. And Attila has worked upon that base, and there is a lot of features in this game which really do set it apart. And I think a lot of people who might have not been so happy with the way Rome 2 was at launch, they were to play Attila, they would find it the very kind of hardcore experience that they probably really wanted. And yeah, I personally, as a fan of the series myself and someone who's played it quite a lot, it's just got a load of those little features that really just make everything flow and feel really tight. And, you know, more importantly, kick your ass. So it's and that's something you're about to see on this little battle here.
Well, you'd say lesson learnt then, I guess, from the sort of process that went into Rome 2 and that sort of free LC sort of stuff that you had to do, basically.
It was a definite learning process for everyone in the studio, and that's something I think we've come out quite strong from.
Cool. All right. Well, this is going to be, this is going to be awesome. So
do you want to check the field of which you'll be absolutely slaughtered on?
Yeah, I just had a quick look actually while you're talking then. Yeah, wow. So we've got a lot of heavy infantry units, which is to say the Eastern Roman Empire. We're classic 4. We've got, look at this, bodyguard, general, cavalry. We've done, in fact, no, they're infantry cavalry, aren't they? So infantry general. So yeah, this is going to be. Well, this is what I can try and do. As Simon said, if I can try and utilise my skirmisher cav, try and exhaust them down, then maybe.
Or.
What you're saying? Retreat?
No, no one's retreating now.
No, I'm not going to retreat.
retreating.
I'm not retreating
Not
for this
allowed.
one. So let's have a look and see the situation. So it looks like it's pretty much a flat plane here.
That's actually really good for you. I mean, as the Huns fighting in forest, you're basically going to get absolutely destroyed. So actually the fact there isn't any forest around to kind of slow down your cavalry and lower your kind of archer ability actually is probably a benefit to you.
Let's see what we can do. Right. Okie dokie.
Do it.